Hello Exile, and welcome to another video. This one is for the people that are very new to the game and don't know how to make their first 100 chaos, 200 chaos, etc. So if you are an experienced player, this video might not be for you, so I recommend not watching it. Now for those of you that are new, welcome. I hope you are having an amazing time in Path of Exile. This is an amazing game and you will love it all the way through. Now, I'm going to tell you how to make your first 100 chaos. Imagine you come through the acts, you just beaten Katava in Act 10, and all the currency you have is the currency that you see in the tab right here. I will show you how you can turn this currency into 100 chaos easily. Now, first of all, you have your one map from Kirak that you start with as the quest. What you want to do with this map is you want to use an orb of transmutation on it so it becomes rare. This way you will actually get a point on your Atlas skill tree. Now what is your Atlas skill tree? I will explain that in just a minute. So this is what is known as the Atlas skill tree. What does the Atlas skill tree do? The Atlas skill tree allows a player to force the mechanic that they want to farm into their maps at all times. When you start out the Atlas, you have 0 of these points, and when you finish your entire Atlas, you will have 115 plus some extra that you get from other different things, like boss fights, missions, etc. Alright, so we do not have any Atlas skill points yet. You will get these along this little journey that I'm going to take you on. So we are going to run this first little map that we just turned magic by using a orb of transmutation on. We are going to use this on our map device and we are going to kill the map boss. Now, I assume that most of you already know what a map is. A map is essentially an area from the acts that you go through again in a map. The end of the map will have a boss, and during the map you have tons of monsters that you can kill for potential loot. Now, later on, when you get to higher tier maps, you will have more and more quantity on your maps, and you will get more specific encounters in your maps that you want to farm, so you will make a lot more money than you do at the start. At the start, this is basically just like a normal act area. There's nothing special to it. You can encounter some league mechanics that you don't see during the acts that are completely new to you. I would say figure out what you like most and then decide at the end, like when you have like 10-15 points, what do I really want to farm. This video, however, is going to give you a set amount of points that you can put into your Atlas tree so you can farm that 100 chaos. Alright. So we'll just run the map. Obviously, I'm going to kill the monsters way faster than you would. Seeing as you barely have money, you open up all the chests and stuff like that. The chests do have a chance to contain some really valuable loot. The chance is just very low. Right, we'll continue along the map. Now, if you do not get a map drop while doing the map, that's not a problem. Kirak can sell you multiple maps. That is the reason you pick up chance orbs, because Kirak usually sells his maps for chance orbs. There we go, we got our map, so we do have a map return, which means at least we won't lose any money on buying a new map. Now, having map sustain is going to get easier and easier over time. There we go, we got a second one. You also get some loot like div cards and scrolls. I'm not really going to pick them up. They're not worth much, but if you want to, you can, obviously. There we go. We killed the boss. You can see that by getting a mission, or you would get a Atlas point. So we are going to spend this first Atlas point in the bottom right here. Alright, so we did our first map. Now what? You're going to get map drops during these maps. You're going to use all of your transmutations on the white maps, which is tier 1 until 5. Everything above tier 5 will be a yellow map, and then everything above, I believe, tier 11 will be a red map. Now, don't even think about red maps yet. That is way later into the game. You are going to be farming white maps for this starting strategy purely. There is no yellow mapping involved in this. All we're going to do is we're going to run white maps. Alright. So what you want to do first is you want to complete all the tier 1 maps, which are 4 of them. We have Alleyways, Bone Crypt, Colonnade, and Scriptorium. You want to finish all of the tier 2 maps. We have Belfry, Dry Sea, Dunes, Excavation, Grotto, Precinct, Silo, and Stagnation. Then you want to complete all the tier 3 maps. Here we have Fields, Infested Valley, Lair, Overgrown Shrine, Primordial Blocks, Primordial Pool, Shrine, and Strand. And you want to complete all the tier 4 maps. Here we have Bone Crypt, Cemetery, Colonnade, Laboratory, Lighthouse, Moon Temple, Orchard, Port, Tower, and Val Pyramid. After you have completed all of these maps, keep in mind you do have to use an Orb of Transmutation on these maps in order for them to give you a point for your Atlas skill tree. Now, after you've done all these maps, you should come up with more than 31 skill points, and you are going to spec the tree exactly as you see it on screen right now. The reason that we spec our tree like this is because we are going to farm essences. You've seen essences across the acts. They are these imprisoned monsters inside of crystals. You break them open, you kill the monster drops an essence. Now, the reason that I'm telling you to go farm essence is essences are really easy to get, and they are fairly expensive. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take tier 1 maps. Yes, we are returning to tier 1. Why? Because essence monsters are usually stronger than the monsters 3 or 4 tiers higher on the map. So a tier 1 essence would mean that it is about a tier 4 to 5 monster. So we are going to run tier 1 maps for this. Now, we are going to modify these tier 1 maps with an Orb of Alchemy. And the reason that we do this is because it'll put a ton of mods onto the map, as you can see right here, but it also increases the item quantity and the item rarity. The reason that we want more item quantity and more item rarity is so that the monsters on the map in general drop more items. So we basically just increased the pool of drops by almost double. Now, of course, sometimes you're going to get a mod that your character cannot run. I would just take these apart. Don't use a Chaos Orb on them. It's not worth it. You can always just keep this map for later when you do have enough Chaos and then use one on it. So right now, I cannot run a map that has monsters reflect elemental damage, so I'm not going to run this specific map. So we now have these maps, and I will tell you exactly what you need to do. Alright, so we'll go to the map device, we put our map in, you select Essence. This is going to cost you 3 Chaos Orbs. So be sure that you have 3 Chaos Orbs. If you do not have 3 Chaos Orbs, you can always go to your stash and see how many Orbs of Alteration that you have. Orbs of Alteration are always a very good sale. Same as Orb of Chance. I think Orb of Chance is 8 Orb of Chance for 1 Chaos Orb at the moment. So you can always sell some of those. These 3 Chaos investment are very important. You're going to get way more out of it than you put in. Now, since we did the whole Essence on the map device thing, that means we're going to have 4 total Essence mobs on this map. As you can see, we already got a Scouring and some Transmutations. We're just going to kill all the monsters. We got 2 maps back. And here's our first Essence. As you can see, it has Screaming and Shrieking. We open it up, we kill it, and we loot. And then you just keep going. Now, blueprints are usually worth a couple of Chaos. Cartographer's Chisel is nice. Got another map. And here we have another Essence. We attack it, we kill it. 2 Essences, a Diamond Ring, Transmutation Orbs. Here we have our 3rd Essence, and here is our 4th Essence. We kill the map boss, and we're done. Now, as you can see, this is all the loot that we got from that one single map that we paid our 3 Chaos for to run. We got a butt ton of Essences, we got 3 maps in return that we can run. We got a Gift from Above, which is currently worth 1 Chaos Orb. Then we have 2 Shrieking Essences of Doubt, which is about half a Chaos for 2 of these. We've got 2 Shrieking Essences of Torment, which go for 1 Chaos for the 2 of these. 2 Shrieking Essences of Rage, which go for 1 Chaos each, so this is 2 Chaos. We already made profit just on these. This is about 3.5 Chaos right here. And then we have the Essence of Loathing, which goes for 3 Chaos each, so this is another 6 Chaos. This Essence of Loathing pays for the next 2 maps alone. So, in total, I would say we made about 10 Chaos just on this one map. So if you run 10 to 15 maps of this, you will easily make your first 100 Chaos. If you have to sell the essences in between, feel free. It takes a little bit longer, but at least you get more than you invested, and you will make a ton of money overall. If this video helped you out, then please smash like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and it was my honor to help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, have an amazing rest of your day, and thank you. Bye bye.